Okay, it says we're streaming, but I'm not sure if it's actually working. Does it say that I'm live? It's unclear. Oh, it's been a while since I did this. It's my audio. Okay. Go live. It says that I'm live. Okay. It says that I have no live viewers. It says that I'm live now. Yeah. It is unclear. It does not say that I'm live, but it is very possible that YouTube is just imploding upon itself, and I actually am live. I would like it if I was live. Oh, the joys of being a newbie with OBS. Woo! Okay. It does say that I am. It says I'm. It says I'm like. No. Oh. Okay. Connect streaming software to go live. Okay, it says that I'm live. Concurrent viewers scheduled for 2 minutes ago. Okay, it says I have a chat. That's a good sign. Cool. It does appear that I am live, despite the jankiness of the site saying that I am not. Yippee. Just gonna double check. Okay, it is showing up on my channel now. Yay! So I'm now successfully gone live. Probably gonna move to Excelsior voice chat, because let's see. I'm gonna share my screen too, so if anyone joins the Discord, they can see. Awesome. Well, I will keep. I think I'll try to keep Discord and chat on a split screen. Awesome. Okay, it is streaming my game. That is a good sign. Don't really have anyone around yet, but I don't expect to get anyone for a while. I mean, I haven't planned any of this beforehand. I haven't planned out anything about any of this. This is just I've gone live on a whim. So I've also not practiced this beforehand. I've not done any re-practicing to get back into the flow of things, so I'm just operating off muscle memory right now. I don't know if there have been I don't remember if there have been buffs or nerfs that affect this fight since I last did the Fanged Fighter challenge, but I don't think there have been. Oh well. Even if I don't really get anyone watching, then it's fine. I'll have it in a VOD. I'm aiming for 3 wins in a row anyway, so I'll need to focus, and it's unlikely that I'll be able to really interact totally with anyone that is actually watching. This is mostly so that I can record this, but if anyone feels like watching this chicanery unfold live, then they are happy to join. I'm happy to allow them to join me. This will just take an absurdly long time, and I will probably fail many times in the process. I've done this challenge before. It's not strictly hard. It's just a complete and total test of endurance. Every single individual movement is doable by just about anyone with a bit of practice and direct control. But doing this so many times consecutively without making catastrophic mistakes is something else entirely. That takes a special kind of resilience. The EMPs are easy. You just dip into the range, you don't get in railgun range, try and drain the EMPs a little bit, dodge a volley, go back into range, don't trigger the railguns, let the EMPs fire, run away, turn, they all miss you, repeat. Easy enough. I do wonder if anyone has notifications on for my channel. I don't expect anyone to, but it is a little bit more fun doing these kinds of challenges when there's an actual audience to entertain or to at least use this as radio. I quite enjoy that. Yeah, well, if any serious number of people are gonna join, then I'm likely to be deep into an attempt already. I mean, each EMP drain takes like 15 minutes to do, which really isn't that long. It's just every single attempt will involve one EMP drain. And since I'm going for 3 wins in a row, that's going to be 45 minutes of just draining EMPs. Same movement, no ascending difficulty or anything aside from the nerves. No actual ascending difficulty. So, yeah, I want to completely murder Thunderbird. The Thunderbird is dead thing. I would love for that to be a video. It's just a test of consistency too. It's not like it is a challenge, but it's not a challenge in the same way performing frame perfect inputs is a challenge. It's not mechanically difficult. It's not strategically hard either. It's just a lot of doing the same thing and not fucking it up on the like 940th time that you do it in a row. Oh my gosh. I should have put on some Tanger in the background. That would have made this quite a bit more bearable. I do have chat open, so if anyone does chat, I am likely to see your message. That is a huge EMP spread and is kind of bad. Okay, that's an EMP hit. That's not amazing. Eh, it's fine. It didn't really do it. It took off a structure triangle. It's fine. To be clear, the way that I'm doing this, I'm not allowing myself to repair between between Thunderbird kills. If I lose a thruster and I still win against Thunderbird, I have to start the next Thunderbird attempt with that thruster dead, and all of the other damage still preserved. It's not like I'm just reloading the save. That would be a lot easier. Well, not so much easier as less interesting, I think. And if I just barely win or make a catastrophic error at the end, it goes less punished unless I have to make the damage persist. I have only killed this thing properly with the Fanged Fighter one time, as far as I can recall. One time on video, anyway. I don't actually remember if I did it for before then. I think that I may have. But the first Thunderbird kill, it took like 3 hours of attempts to finally get a run that actually won. It took quite a bit of theory crafting too. But the solution I came up with for this fight is surprisingly, almost disappointingly simple. Just draining the EMPs in this flight pattern is extremely consistent if you know exactly how to fly. The closer you let them get to your ship, the easier the next volley is going to be to draw, because you can pull Thunderbird out of position pretty well, and the EMPs, the faster they're going, the harder time they do have of tracking you. So, in a way, the better you play, the easier it is later. There's there is something to be said for playing a bit risky to make the rest of this a little bit safer. I am definitely not playing risky right now. I could be. I could be drawing EMPs at the fire rate of the launchers, but I'm doing it at whatever speed is like all of the launchers fire at roughly the same time. Okay, that got desynced a little bit. That's not amazing, but it's still fine. This phase is pretty forgiving. Just let those ones get close to me so I have more space over here. So every single one of the EMPs is faster. If EMPs had more lifetime, such that they were able to completely turn around and make another pass at me, this would take twice as long, I swear. It wouldn't even be harder, it would just be more annoying. Like, again, compared to high explosive missiles, EMPs have kind of a short lifetime. It is by no means short in absolute terms, it's just shorter. I like styling on it a little bit. So the EMPs, they're really just the prelude to the actual challenge of this fight. It's pretty much just a very long, annoying tutorial cutscene. The rail dodges are where the difficulty is at. The rail dodges aren't strictly hard. All you need to do is go sideways in front of the rails and make sure that you are accelerating as you cross their path. That way they undershoot your ship and you win. There are other ways that you can dodge the rails, but none of them are nearly as consistent. At least in my testing. I've also practiced it a bunch, so even if there was something more consistent, I am comfortable enough with the acceleration tactic that it would probably still be better for me to accelerate. I always forget how much ammo this thing has. I do have internals off, so I can't see the ammo level of the Thunderbird, and that is on purpose. Like, you can't do that in a career game unless you look at the edges, but then, especially with the larger storages, there's still tiles you can't see unless you have a client mod that moves through textures, but that's already cheating on its own. So, and to be clear, I'm not using any client mods for this. I'm not even using the Nug mod. I know, it's blasphemy, but I'm not using the Nug mod right now. My game is not in Comic Sans. I'm sad. I If only my game were in Comic Sans, I would be a lot more consistent at dodging these rails. For how easy this fight is in concept, I still get like surprisingly nervous and sweaty. It's not it's not a small accomplishment to dodge the entire EMP arsenal of a Thunderbird using a Fanged Fighter. It's not simple, at least not in execution. Unless you use this exact strategy, then it's pretty dead simple. It's just a lot of consistency. Also, these barrages would be so much harder if I was not running away from them. The extra speed the EMPs get that prevents them from turning around is saving me like repeatedly. They can't track me at all. They just get going so fast that they can just never track me. It does make me wonder if, as a missile buff, or rather rework, if their velocity could be reduced, but their ability to slow down from higher speeds was increased. Kind of like, I don't know if it's exactly the way that classic missiles worked, but giving them more drag when are turning at a high speed so that they slow down faster than they speed up. It would fit with the theme of space drag for ships. Oh, that's not a good barrage. That's going to require some skill from me. Require a little bit of focus, but it's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's almost out of ammo anyway. Just a couple more launchers. Yeah, it's almost completely out of ammo. And it is officially out of its ammo. Okay. Now it is time for the gauntlet. A lot of rail dodges. Okay. I'm not going to bother counting these like I did in the previous stream. It's annoying to everyone else who lives with me, and it's not really that useful in determining how good of a position I am in the fight. It really doesn't matter how many railgun shots are left, the strategy doesn't change. I'll just weave in front of it until it doesn't have any ammo. Till all the railgun loaders display red ammo loss icons, then I will continue dodging in this manner. One mistake here is death. Complete death. This is my very first attempt, by the way, and I'm still alive. I'm kind of shocked at it, honestly. Like, usually I am a lot less consistent, but there's the power of muscle memory for you. Okay, that only fired 3 rails. That's not amazing. And I just straight up missed the rail draw there. Okay. I love this fight. It's so much fun. It is a lot of repetitive motions, but fortunately the motions that I'm repeating are fun motions. I have a ping in the Cosmeteer server. I don't know what it's about. It's probably some shit about me streaming with the Fanged Fighter, but I don't know. Also, rail homing is really attempting to screw me over here. But rail homing is not. But the Fanged Fighter is stronger than rail homing, so it's fine. Unless I make a mistake. I also feel like I've just gotten better at dodging shots like this since I last beat the God, beat the Thunderbird with the Fanged Fighter. I feel like I've just gotten better at this sort of kind of dodging, because especially my earlier runs, my earlier attempts against Thunderbird, every single one of these rail shots was just sweat-inducing. It was so scary. It's so simple, yet, and I would shut up and only count the shots. That's all I would do. I wouldn't talk to anyone, I wouldn't talk at all, I wouldn't do anything else. But now I'm just casually talking about other things while dodging these rails. It's not intended as like a flex or anything, it's just an observation. I think I may have overhyped the difficulty of this fight somewhat in my video, at least with how much that I've practiced it. Think the Bones 5 beating Hopeless Pursuit and then hearing later in the video that he beat it like 20 times. And then you realize, oh, once you beat it, it's really not, it's still super, super hard to be clear, but not as insanely, unreasonably hard as before. Now, killing Thunderbird after all of this ammo is drained is kind of a challenge in itself. It's a nice little mini challenge where you have to kind of ram the front in a specific way. You have to cut a very specific part of the ram cage. You just have to do that all in a rather particular way, or else it's kind of annoying to get through the front of the ship and explode its reactors without also exploding yourself. That was kind of close. I may draw away from the fight momentarily to check, to change my picture to show the ammo loaders for the railguns, so I can get an idea of how much ammo is left. Oof, I weave too quickly. Ah, okay, well, that's it for me. One mistake, that's all it takes. Okay, how much ammo? Okay, I drained like half of it. That's not terrible. I drained like half of my ammo, like half of Thunderbird's ammo. That's not awful. It's not all of its ammo. And I very much still lose, but for a very first attempt, that's pretty damn good. Okay, time to reload. And I'm also going to turn off autosave because those autosaves were annoying. And I did not intend to have this on. So I got like halfway through the ammo clip. I got like 60, like 50 or 60 rounds through. Miscellaneous, oh, autosave, oops. Turn off autosave. And here we go again. Time for another 15 minutes of just dodging EMPs until I get to dodge any of the rails. I could try and set up a risky strategy where I dodge the EMPs and the rails simultaneously, but I don't feel confident in being able to consistently execute that kind of strategy, at least at the moment. If it becomes clear that the attempt count that I'm able to put up with this method is just not enough, then I'll probably change my approach. I'll probably either go after the EMPs more aggressively, or I may try and get EMPs and rails in the same volley, in the same dodging motion, and then just cycle that until it's out of ammo. The killing can be optimized too. My first win, it took like 50 minutes to win against Thunderbird, which is a decently long time. It's by no means an extremely long fight, but it's not a particularly short one either. Okay, after these EMPs miss me, I'm gonna redo the picture-in-picture slightly. All right, that is not incredible. That is not what I intended, but that's kind of cool, honestly. I'll touch with this for a couple rounds because it's interesting. Okay, this is this is kind of trippy, not gonna lie, but I like it. Ooh, a little scary there. Okay, back to normal camera view. I'm a fan. It's definitely harder than normal cam. I'll just I'll just defocus that pip. I was trying to see if I could get the ammo factories focused, but I don't currently remember how to do that, or if it's even possible. It probably is, but I'm just forgetting how to do it. You're currently sitting at a grand total of 0 viewers. Amazing. Probably because I didn't put any kind of thumbnail. I didn't let anyone know that I was doing this, and I didn't have any kind of announcement beforehand. And also, it's not very exciting to watch a Fanged Fighter dodge EMPs for 15 minutes and then die to like the 70th rail shot and have to start it all over from the beginning again. Again, I might get some people later, but yeah, it's tough. Tough doing unplanned streams like this. Just had a long day and looking for some way to wind down. And figured, why not play my favorite game of all time in a way that is completely satanic. I'd honestly be happy if I managed to get 2 wins in a row on this. I want the 3. I want to kill. I want to do the Thunderbird is dead thing, but oh, hi, better. Ooh, I'm looking at the wrong channel in Discord. So I'll do one volley and then quickly fix which channel I'm looking at. Oops, may have to do some screen rearranging too. I'll just set this on a different command and set it away. And just pause for a second to, oh, good luck. Oh my gosh. Oh, better left, I see. All right. Is that more visible? A little bit. Okay. kind of hope this is not the attempt because that cut, it's not really cut, but that pause. I mean, I have no real way to prove that my run is still legitimate, but yeah. We and I'm an idiot. Okay, come on. That's that like failing one time in 300 kind of thing. I might do this dodge motion 299 times consecutively without fail, but on that 300th try, it all it all goes it all goes to hell. I may also try a different challenge. I might try Project Misselstein, which is another project that I've been putting on the back burner because I thought it was just too hard. It didn't even seem theoretically possible with slowing down the game, attempting to dodge it with save states and whatnot. It just didn't seem possible to me. But after a couple months, I have a fresh take on it. Maybe there's something obvious that I missed. But Project Misselstein is pretty annoying to fight with small ships. It's fast, but more importantly, it's fast in both forwards and backwards. It has shielded defenses on the front, which is fine. Defenses don't really matter too much in these fights, honestly. It has a lot of ammo, a mixture of high explosive and EMP missiles. But importantly, it has storage EMPs and factory HE missiles with a lot of ammo. So dodging Project Misselstein, while somewhat similar to dodging Augustus, it's really not the same because with Augustus, it's too slow to keep up with you. It's slower than you are by like a factor of 2. But Project Misselstein is almost as fast as the Fanged Fighter is. It may even be faster after the thruster rebalancing. I don't really remember. But it is fast enough to cause some real problems. And there's not really a great way that I've found to abuse the AI and make it lose ramp up to not chase me properly either. As far as I can tell, it just always maintains the thrust that it needs to, and either I dodge as many EMPs as I can, and then the HE missiles pincer me and I can't get between them, or it just catches up to me, it gets an HE range, and the EMPs plus the HEs have too many different trajectories for me to account for, or the ship rams me and then I'm stuck against it and the HEs and EMPs immediately hit me, and I can't really do anything to its defenses. There's a lot of ways that fight can go south. A lot more ways than with Thunderbird. With Thunderbird, either you die to mismanaging the EMPs, or you die to failing to accelerate with your rails, or you are a fool at the end and accidentally blow yourself up with reactor. That there's not a lot of ways that it can go wrong. Of course, those ways to go wrong are pretty likely. It's pretty likely that you'll either get hit by a railgun or mismanage some EMPs. But there are not a whole lot of unique situations that result in you losing. That is one benefit with Thunderbird versus Project Missile Stein is this is very much more a patience and consistency test than Project Missile Stein, which, while a consistency test, is also a raw flying skill test. Like, I'm sure the missiles are theoretically dodgeable, but I just do not have the dodging skill required to do that consistently. I've been able to survive like 10, 12, 15 volleys in, but it's either it outramps me, or I get hit by a stray missile, or I fail slightly, or it just has too much firepower, it stays in range too long, etc., etc. Something always goes wrong. But Thunderbird, by comparison, is pretty simple. And that's why I think it's a good candidate for killing, doing it 3 times in a row. There's very little RNG beyond like attempting to stay with, if you stay within its range, then there's a lot of RNG with the amount and time that the EMP missiles come out. But if as long as you time them properly, as long as you don't cross the railgun's firing arcs before they're reloaded, everything in this fight is 100% deterministic. Well, it's already deterministic, but hello. I am in hell. Hi, tracker. I am attempting to. So I'm redoing Thunderbird with Fanged Fighter, but with a twist. I'm not going for one win. One win would be nice, but I want to kill. I want to kill it. I want Thunderbird. I want the. I could say I killed Thunderbird. Thunderbird is dead. In other words, 3 times in a row. Without repairs. Yeah. I think repairing is a bit cheap, honestly. It really is not that much more agonizing than just doing it with repairs. Like, there's very few situations where you can get to the end of the fight and have your ship not in one piece. Like, you might lose a blaster to a weird railgun dodge that you attempt and slightly fail, but usually not. Usually you either die or you don't. So it's not as much of a difference as it may seem. I've been draining these EMPs for like 8 minutes probably. I had a, this is only my second attempt. I had an attempt, my first attempt, it got all, I didn't get one, I didn't get any wins, but I got all the way through the EMP ammo and got through like half of the railgun ammo on my very first attempt of the night. So I would consider that progress, considering I did absolutely zero pre-practicing. So I think this is doable. I think Thunderbird is dead is possible reasonably. It's just gonna take a little bit of time and refamiliarizing myself with the fight. Okay, there is. Are there any EMPs left? There's one like partially built in a module, but I don't think it has enough parts to fire, so I think it's railgun time. Alright. I'm not even going to bother counting these as with last attempt because I find it adds just stress, and it's annoying for my family because they hear me just counting in an extremely stressed out tone. So I'm staying calmer. I'm not going to count. I'm just going to dodge until there aren't rails anymore, and then I'm going to kill him. None of this is hard. It's just a lot of being extremely consistent. It it looks a lot flashier. It looks a lot more difficult than it actually is. I'm sure like anyone with a bit of direct control practice could probably do one, two, or even three of these in a row. But doing any more than that in a row does take some serious practice. And of course, doing the 124 in a row required to win the fight, assuming every volley is a full volley, is a lot. You need a lot of practice for that. What is counting for? The counting is for the railgun ammo on the Thunderbird because it only has a certain amount of shots that I have memorized. But I'm not going to count because I haven't found that information terribly useful in my attempts. That was very close. The amount of volleys it has is 124 full railgun volleys. So if I dodge 15 minutes of EMPs and 124 railgun volleys, then it's out of ammo and I can win. That was only a half shot. Easy enough. I had a frozen pizza and some yogurt, so I am well fed for this fight. Feeling pretty on my game today. I'm definitely tired though, so I'm probably not quite playing at my best. I don't know. It probably doesn't really matter. This is just a test of do I fail one time in 1,000 sort of things, or like at one time in 100, which is usually I do at least partially fail. But even if I slightly fail a dodge, it's quite likely that I can recover. Like if I only grab half the rails, or if I go slightly at the slightly wrong angle, or I'm at slightly the wrong speed, I don't accelerate quite in time, it is still salvageable. It does take some focus though. Terror doesn't seem like a good combo with 3 times in a row. Eh, I don't feel any kind of pressure to perform at the moment. I'm not like being assessed for any kind of skill check. I didn't plan this stream in advance at all. It was just a long day. Fire up some Thunderbird Fanged Fighter attempts. Because why the hell not? There's no pressure. As long as I accelerate in front of its rails, eventually it will run out of ammo and I never will. And all I have to do is do that 3 times. Okay, it is having a couple of ammo issues, but it is very much still in the fight. Alright, cool. It would be interesting to, provided that I win this, it would be interesting to do EMP volleys again with the pressure of railgun salvos behind me, knowing if I fail the EMPs I have to do railguns again. It's normally the other way around. But, oh well, I'm not there yet. Only think about the present. Just gotta keep dodging the rails. If it has more rails, then I dodge some more. If it's out of rails, then yippee. It could have 1,000. It could have 1,000 shots for all I care. All I have to do is not get hit. The only goal: don't get hit. Okay, I kinda fucked up there, but it should be fine. Yeah, it's okay. So much of this challenge is just mindset. It's kind of wild. Like, I know Thunderbird still has quite a bit of ammo, so I'm not like especially attached to this run. I'm a little shaky, but I think that's mostly down to rust and not so much the actual pressure. Okay. It misfired. It is not out of ammo. It is kind of annoying to tell if it's out of ammo because the red paint of Imperium kind of blends in with the indicator. But, well, that's just part of the challenge. It's kind of sad that you can't do this kind of challenge with OC rails because of the delay. It's just way too easy to dodge them. Trivial, I even dare say. Like, it's more of a challenge to actually hit something like this with OC rails than it is to not. Okay. Yep, more railguns. More rails. I'm not getting full volleys, so this is going to take a little bit longer. Oh well, it's fine. I have patience. I have concluded that the red by the railgun loaders is just a bit of weird red paint and not any kind of indicator, so I probably still have quite a bit to go. It really does have a lot of ammo. It's not enough ammo. And also the Fanged Fighter's lore is now extremely accurate in that, indeed, the Thunderbird has not only killed Augustus, like, not Thunderbird, the Fanged Fighter has not only killed Augustus, as well as pretty much every ion-based Centauri battlecruiser, but it's also killed Thunderbird, the the pride of the Imperium Navy in its rail kiting and career cheesing. Yeah, it still has quite a bit of ammo. So, just gonna keep, it's the same motion. Every single shot is the exact same difficulty as the one before it. There's just simply nothing to it other than pure, raw, unfiltered consistency. I can't express how much I properly love this fight. I love this fight so much. It's so much fun. I think I'm getting pinged somewhere, but and I'm remembering now, I said early in the recording, I hope this isn't the attempt because I had to tab out and change my stream settings a little bit. So there is a Windows menu and a pause in the middle of my run. So now I'm immediately suspicious. But oh well.
If people choose not to believe it, then they can not believe it. But I'm streaming it, so it's on them to believe me. All right. Go, go, go. Is it out of ammo? Okay, one of its railguns lost its operator. That makes me think that it still has like one ammo shot left. It's like one shot left, but I don't think so. So me analyzing my every move very closely. So now I can finally like read your messages. One campaign idea is start run for a while. Start with a boss ship of your own. In design, you're not allowed to repair any damages you take. And only replenish designated ammo storage between missions. Alright, I'm bringing an ion kite. More forgiving alternative to no repairs. You can have one 4x4 storage block where you can designate any number or type of resources before starting the run, and you can replenish that every mission, use that for minor repairs. Looks fun if it weren't as tedious, I imagine. I like the idea, though annoyingly, I think that will converge to the same brain dead evolution of lol. Of lol, I ion kited everything. Like a cool challenge run to do for their lols, though. Would force yourself to do goofy things with to make fun. That's true. Okay. I'm gonna hold fire on that. I am not allowing myself to use hotkeys because the Fanged Fighter does not use hotkeys. The Fanged Fighter is better than hotkeys. So every single one of these moves will be done manually, just by clicking the part instead. And it may seem like a bit of a silly rule, but consider me a purist. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to shoot off this. I'm just trying to shoot this off here. Shoot the structure piece. Okay, cool. And now, same thing with this one. I'm also going to use WSD controls from now on to control myself a little easier. So after this, I'm going to move up here, cut a little hole in the middle, and then I'm going to cut this entire structure. I'm going to cut this entire structure cage off. That's the plan anyway. Because of its rotational motion, it's going to be a little bit slow, but it's fine. That's what having more patience is for. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So that's one half. And now for the other. I'll have to shoot through a bit of structure here, but again, it's fine. I can just wait longer. 2, 3, 4. Yes, it'll be probably 24 shots to get through to the structure. You just swap the small blaster. The thing about swapping the small blaster that I use is that the supply line to the other one is way slower, so I'm deliberately using only the left one. I would go through less structure, but yeah. Well, it's not even so much door placement. It's just that there's an airlock here. Okay, that is okay. Cut the front off. The front fell off. I don't know if you know that clip. The front fell off. Cool. And now I'm going to slide myself. Get through that bit of structure. Slide myself in here and murder the heck out of this structure. And easy. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oops. I did the wrong one. Okay. Okay, now I'm in the shield layer. So I'm in here. Let that structure fall out. Now I can align myself and shoot at this structure. Shoot at this structure, I believe. But may have done this slightly wrong. Okay. Making progress. Okay, not quite enough to phase there. Okay, that should definitely phase. Oh, here we go. That's the angle that I'd wanted. So I can just go for this tile here. Wait for the supply. Now I can cut this out and make this whole process a lot less annoying. So I can cut off an entire structure over here. Cool. It's an entire bar out. And now I can shoot this entire side off. Ha! Okay. So I've got the entire side. Here's the plan now. I'm going to shoot the shield generators about the world border. It has happened. I have hit the world border before. Okay, so getting up in here, I may need to knock out the opposite side as well. But that really shouldn't be that bad. I already have one side out, so I should just be able to phase through. Phasing's kind of inconsistent. See if I can get a better position here. there's a way to do this. I'm just blanking. It's been a while since I've executed this kill strategy, so forgive me if I'm a little bit slow at actually executing this. It should be faster the next one. It should be faster next time. Maybe face. Okay, here we go. So now with that structure gone, I can phase, and yes, okay, now I can knock it out. There we go. Now we're cooking. Oh my gosh. This is why I don't use this right side blaster that much, is it is freaking slow. I have to pick a slightly more intelligent target here. Okay, this should work. Okay, I'm gonna try the other blaster now. And I cut the other structure off. Now all I have to do is cut off all of the shield generators on one side and shoot the reactor at a distance so that I don't blow myself up. Doing this is not the easiest thing in the world, but it's not that bad. Okay, now I've got a ram lock, so it's fine. I'll shoot the one here last because shooting it would involve shooting off some structure unless it used a particularly precise target. There's just no reason to switch now. It's not like it's going to block anything because shields are only solid from one side. 100% chance you can soft block the challenge. If you accidentally shave off too much weight, then the Thunderbird outspeeds you. Well, the thing is that the world border is there for you, so if it outspeeds you, you can always just back it into the rod once it's out of it. It does become significantly more annoying, I will say, but it is always still possible. Okay, there we go. That's a nice ram. Oh, I deramped most of its thrust. That's how I got there. Okay, got another shield generator. It's trying. It's really trying to get out of the ram.
I absolutely refuse to allow that to happen. I might be able to skip killing this shield, but yeah, well, it's fine. I'll just murder it anyway. It's not like it hurts to kill this shield in any way other than the amount of time that it takes. I've been streaming for an hour and I'm only on my second attempt and it's my first time killing this thing. Which I mean, effectively winning in 2 attempts is pretty nice. That was a lot better than my first win, which took like 30, 40 attempts. Oh, please do not shoot that. Not yet. Oh my god. Okay. Now shoot this. Yes. 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 Shoot the shield generator. Hell yeah. Keep shooting. Okay, it's gonna kill it now. Yay! And now I can shoot the reactor safely. I should have shot the other reactor, but it's fine. They chain anyway. Okay. Well, that's the first half of the ship done. I'll just run the thrust out of power and then murder the bridge. Amazing. I hit the structure from earlier. So now I have to catch up again. I got booped. I indeed got booped by the structure. Okay. Now I massively, massively outturn it, so it is perfectly fine to just sit here and shoot the hell out of it. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but I'm gonna get all the way through. Part of me wants to go through the rail, like shoot the rail accelerator and get through that way, but yeah, maybe if I can avoid the rail accel, that would be good. Yeah, shoot the ammo factory instead. There we go. That's the line. Okay. I just don't want to shoot off this section of the ship that I'm ramlocking. It looks like it's intact, so I'll be fine. There's actually not a connection between the EMP launcher and the armor aesthetic structure wing behind it, which is kind of silly. I'm not sure why that's a thing. Also, I'm shooting the railgun loader. That is not optimal. Oh well, it's fine. It's not like it matters. And shoot through this armor and kill the bridge. And that will be the first out of 3 Thunderbird kills. The first of 3. Alright. Okay. That is officially 1 Thunderbird down. Yay. Normally, someone would go absolutely ballistic and celebrate and be like, woo, I beat Thunderbird with a Fanged Fighter. Holy shit, look at this. Look at me, I'm so skilled. This time, it's time to spawn another one.
And we do the exact same thing again. AI control. And we go again. And now with the pressure being that if I fail here, I have to redo the fight twice to get back to where I am. Not just once. Isn't that lovely? And I'm leaving the wreck at the previous fight. Yep, as proof. I'm not going to be trying to use it as like shielding or anything. Try and draw it away so that doesn't happen actually. Easy. Easy peasy. And this is going to take like 15 minutes. Again. What could possibly go wrong? Answer? Nothing. Nothing could possibly go wrong attempting the same difficult fight twice in a row. I hope it can be 3 times in a row, but I'll be happy honestly if I even do it twice. Yeah, it was kind of annoying to do one time, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Honestly, it was a lot less terrible than I was expecting. Now, if I were doing this with like the Model L or something, that thing is slower and bulkier, which that would be a proper challenge against these EMPs. Also, rail dodging with the Model L. Oh god. Yeah, it isn't really with the Fanged Fighter against these EMPs. It's not that bad. It's just a lot. It's just about being patient. If you don't have the patience, then yeah, this is a hard fight. But that's also what the entire fight is like designed to test is your patience. Oh, the EMPs are going towards the wreck. I don't want that to. I do not want that to play into the outcome of the fight. So I'm gonna try to keep myself away from here. Once I get to the rails, those mostly involve me moving in one direction and making the thing go away from me. So in the railgun phase, it's a lot easier to control where it's actually going, and I can stay well clear of the wreck. I didn't quite have the foresight to start a multiplayer game and save the rec file afterward, but the rec file after would be so enormous anyway that it would just be unshareable. There might be, if I recall correctly, there's a way to record recs from single player anyway, but I don't know. I'll just provide the saved game with three dead Thunderbirds and a Fanged Fighter. So goes the plan anyway. But honestly, if I just keep winning, if I just keep beating Thunderbird, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep streaming until I lose. Like if I get twice in a row, yeah, I'm happy. If 3 times in a row, yeah, now we're talking. But hell no, I'm not stopping at 3 until I die. If I die after I get re if I die after I reach 3, then I'll end stream. But if I reach 3 and I don't die, fucking hell, I'm doing more. It's like doing a shiny hunt in Pokemon, and you get your shiny encounter, and then you don't do an encounter right afterward. Like, sure, the odds that you get 2 shinies in a row are incredibly tiny, but there's always a chance. There's no reason not to. I did not expect to be making a comparison between Thunderbird and shiny Pokemon today. EMP missiles. Something so mesmerizing about them. Yeah, they have a pretty color, that's true. It's like one of the few yellow things I have ever seen in a game that actually looks cool. Yellow is a hard color to make look good, and the whoever did the textures and the particles for EMP missiles knocked it out of the park. I don't remember which dev did that. Okay. Ew, that was kind of close. I was kind of not paying full attention there, but it's okay. It is kind of funny because I have my YouTube live stream and YouTube studio open on my other screen, and it's just flatline at 0 video viewers. No one has clicked on it at all, or at least as far as I can tell. There aren't any live chat messages or anything. I didn't announce it anywhere, so it's not like I expected to get anyone, but I just want to record. I mostly just am doing it to make sure that it's recorded somewhere, and I don't feel like saving gigabytes of video on my desktop computer because I'm already running out of space. I'm already having storage space issues, so I'm gonna put it on Google to store all my shit for me. We I wish I had put music on, but I couldn't really find non-copyright. I couldn't really find like non-copyright usable music that was stuff that I actually liked and knew I could play uninterrupted for like a 3 hour session. Tanger's album that she did, Tanger has a fire album, like something you want to say or whatever the fuck. considering what YouTube has been up to, that's all up for tormenting with the amounts of footage. Yeah, absolutely. Imagine being the like I don't think and there are definitely not any jobs where you just like look at random YouTube videos as part of Google's payroll. Nah, they would have optimized out all of those jobs with AI already. But imagine being someone like that and you just come across the most wild video game challenges. They have 3 views. That's kind of how this feels. Like no one is watching. It's unlikely that this will even hit triple digit views ever. Maybe not even double digit. But what matters is that it exists. I hit the record button and it is fucking awesome. Okay, that was a bit of an annoying volley, but that should be fine. Yeah, easy. That was a really, really good volley. Textbook. Yeah, fine trademarked. As in, the EMPs are like 3 meters away from my ship. The closer that I dodge to the first EMPs, like the less I move out of the way, the easier the later EMPs become, which is kind of fun. So like I can do a risk reward balance. Like the closer I get to this first chunk, the faster all the EMPs are going to be flying because I'm further away from the Thunderbird. They've had more time to accelerate. So making the first parts of the volley more difficult, make the second parts of the volley less difficult. Okay. I should really do this more. Just these random Cosmeteer challenges. I mean, I'm up for taking requests too, like for either for other streams or if this ends up not going too well. Like if I get frustrated working on this, I may switch to something else and not switch to another game, but switch to some other Cosmeteer challenge, either my career or like a some other chaos. I don't know. Preferably something that is difficult and rewards the current skill set that I possess, that of patience. Fleet Hell. Fleet Purgatory. I have wondered about doing a buffed version of the Fleet Purgatory mod where it's like only one of the Renegade packs in the first system is one of those level 18 danger equivalent ones with the updated mod version. So it's just a swarm of hell. It's in the first system, and my challenge is without warping to other systems, obtain all the resources and fame that I can get, and that's my boss fight. I have to kill that bounty with just the resources that I have in the first system. That could be a really fun challenge, actually. Hard part is starting a system with only one renegade. Yeah, that's true. I might go looking for seeds. Oh, out of EMPs. It, I think it's out of EMPs. Cool. So it's time for rails. It's time for the rail dodging. The rail dodging must commence. Imagine being the captain of this Thunderbird, and this one Fanged Fighter is just one of your comrades behind you has already fallen with the same exact ship. And you're like, John Doe, the fuck you do to lose to this thing with our amazing warship? And then you find out. I need to be careful though. I need to not hit the world border. Because if I do hit the world border, it could actually be kind of bad. Well, in the rail dodging phase, maybe not. It might not be so bad actually. I thought I okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on reading chat until I'm in the rhythm where I'm comfortable slash just done with rails, because these do require quite a bit more concentration. There will be plenty of time during the killing phase to read, or plenty of time after I die to these rails to read chat. Again, no pressure to perform. I don't feel obligated to put up any kind of impressive performance. I just fired up my stream randomly, just doing what I enjoy. If it happens to win, then that's cool. I really have enjoyed doing a lot more main server interaction, particularly when it comes to helping newer players. Not just like giving them stern logistical feedback, because that's not the way to help them. I love just giving guidance and supporting them when other people give them honestly quite subpar feedback, and letting them know that their stuff is not bad and that it is perfectly normal to create things that you may deem as suboptimal, or you may not have any clue what they're doing, or it may seem like it's impossible to match the built-in ships, etc. Yeah, I've just enjoyed more of that. It's kind of like doing multiplication problems on your own for fun versus doing multiplication problems to demonstrate to kids how to do math. There's a huge difference. Ooh, that was a little close for comfort. Ooh, I overshot there. Okay, cool. Oops, I weaved too fast and I outran the reload speed of the railguns. It's pretty efficient. in theory, should never hit me, but oh well. Theory is very different from reality. Did I set it on AI easy? I don't feel like there's any railgun homing going on here. Because if it's on AI easy, then it's just dumb firing the rails. Or maybe I'm just doing it really precisely and it's working. It's working anyway. I'm also not doing a very good job pulling out all of the volleys, pulling out the full volleys here. I'm getting a lot of partial wins. So it's taking quite a while. Yeah, this was a common theme last run anyway. Not last run, but last Thunderbird kill. I kept getting partial volleys because I was weaving too fast. Makes me wonder about speedrunning a Thunderbird kill. Like, how fast can I kill Thunderbird? Or the Fanged Fighter, specifically. Honestly, kind of has the same vibe as like speedrunning Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. Like, Mike Tyson is final boss of the game, considered one of the hardest video game bosses of all time, and you're making it harder by speedrunning him. It's kind of just sick in that way. I really hope I don't get run into the world border, because there is a very real possibility of that during this challenge. Okay, I think that was only 3 rails. Yeah, I'm not doing this very professionally. Oh, I let it maintain ramp up. That's not fantastic. Okay. Eventually, so long as you hit the minimum DPS threshold for the boss fight, you just don't die over and over again, and you shoot and shoot and shoot, and the boss shoots until it's out of ammo, and then you shoot it and shoot it and shoot it until the boss dies. It can shoot you as many times as it wants, but the one piece of gaming advice always applies: just don't get hit. That would have been a funny clip if I got hit right then. If I don't get hit immediately, gets sniped. It could still happen. Oh, I'm weaving too fast. It's not baiting the rails at all. Yeah, I'm not baiting these properly. Hey, that was a very nerve-wracking angle. Yeah, it's still got quite a bit of ammo. I'm not that I'm not that close to winning. Try going out a little bit before turning back. That should burn a good amount of time and keep it moving towards me so that doesn't back up as I'm trying to bait it. is kind of uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna do the normal strategy. I don't want to change the strategy that's already working. Oops. Okay. Yeah, it really does not want to be in range. It really wants to make draining this ammo as difficult as possible. This is certainly fighting me a lot more than usual. Oh well, it's not fighting hard enough though. Half the ammo factories are out of sulfur. More are failing, but there's still a couple more shots in the tank. And one of them is actually still online, so one of the rails is going to keep firing for quite a bit. The way that it's applying its reverse thrust is highly annoying, though. It's like reversing in a way that makes only every other weave actually function. It's like backing away way further than it actually needs to. It's a, it's attack. I'm also getting way closer than I need to, which is honestly probably what's causing it. Okay. What is going on with this thing? It just wants to continue to reverse. Wow, it is. It's like there's a huge delay on its RTS command or some shit. It has like this wild attack command that it wants to do on me for some reason. It's like way behind me. I have no idea why. It saw what happened to its brethren. Yeah, I mean, can't blame him. Okay, one rail. One rail remaining. And is that it? I'm waiting to see if it reloads from the factory, it just stops leaving because of crew issues, but does not appear so. Okay, I think that I'm safe to approach now. All right, second kill on the way. Time to do this again for like 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna slide along here. Try and slightly reduce the amount of structure I have to shoot through. Hell yeah, there we go. Oh well, I'll have to shoot through a bit more than I was planning, but it's fine. It's not like it has any way to hurt me left, so. Alright. Give it power, and cool. One side down there, and next one. crew's busy refilling thrusts, so I don't blame them whatsoever. Okay, cool. Now to try and get in a situation where I shoot this middle part off again. I wonder if I might ask Plaus to make a video out of the Thunderbird is dead if I actually do manage to pull off the 3 in a row. Even if not, then I'll probably just pull the video off the stream and save it as Thunderbird 2 times in a row. Okay, it's falling debris, but it's no biggie. It's the circle of life. The circle of life. The Fanged Fighter Fanged Fighter eats the Thunderbird. It's just the way things are. I wonder why specifically the right side rail gets uncrewed. Is it also like assigned to supply the control room or something? Yeah, that's about the exact that's like the exact interval, I think, of the bridge losing batteries once every 15 seconds. Strange observations. Okay. And oh, ooh, that's a good phase. Aha, there we go. Aha, ooh, that's looking pretty nice. All right. Gotta, oop, gotta get more. Whoa, whoa, whoop, whoop. I love there not being power assignments. No. I love there not being power assignments on the Fanged Fighter, so it accidentally priority set up thrusters, so all of its crew go way longer distances than they strictly need to. Yeah, screw this, I'm gonna shoot off this portion here, and then I'm gonna come back and phase this out. Okay. Me forgetting how to kill a Thunderbird. Alright, that's probably not what I want, to be honest. That's what I want. There we go. There we go. And then I can use the other blaster to shoot this off. Use this blaster. Oh, there's a shield in the way. Oops. There's got to be an angle. There might not be. So I may have to slightly reposition. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, shot that out. Alright. This should shoot out. Ha! Okay. Now I can phase deeper in here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the kill angle. Ha! Okay. Now that's gone. And now I can get a ram on here. And murder all the shields. I think I can skip that out, the outermost one, possibly, probably. I'll probably kill the railgun too to make getting to the bridge a little faster. Uh, okay, don't want to kill the reactor yet. Not yet. Just want to shoot through. Yeah, it's gonna be a process, but it is what I consider to be a pretty fun process. I may be crazy or insane for thinking this, but I find this sort of gameplay to be fun. And it making a good, putting on a good show is certainly secondary.
Auntie?
Hi, Doug.
What up, Auntie?
Yo, I'm proving why the Fanged Fighter is the best ship in the game.
Are you beating the game in it again?
I beat Thunderbird with it, and
What is that?
rail, EMP rail kite. It is,
It's in the base game?
yes, it is built in. So
Is it like the hardest built-in to beat or whatever?
no, absolutely not. But it is infamous because it's a rail kite in career and it has a crap ton of ammo. And I've beat it with the Fanged Fighter. And now I'm about to beat it again for the second time in a row.
Why?
Because this is fun.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is gameplay. Certainly gameplay. I'm going for the Thunderbird is dead meme, where you do it 3 times in a row. So Thunderbird has been killed by the Fanged Fighter. Just the thought of that is that's awesome.
Is that a Terraria thing?
No, it's a geometry dash. It's kind of I don't know if it was exactly born out of geometry dash, but X level is dead was it's basically what happens when you beat a level 3 times in a row. So I figured Thunderbird is dead would be a funny similar challenge where I beat Thunderbird 3 times in a row with the Fanged Fighter. It's not like killing Thunderbird is challenging, it's just the ultimate test of consistency of execution.
How many tries do you think it would take me if I hopped on and did it?
Um, it depends how good you are with mouse control. I don't think it would take you.
I don't use mouse control like at all, so how many times do you think it would take me?
Um, I think you could probably win in 50 attempts. You seem like a fast learner.
50?
You seem like a fast learner.
50 is fast?
Yeah, 50 is hella fast for not ever doing this kind of challenge beforehand. Hell yeah, 50 would be fast as fuck.
Um, how much longer are you gonna be on?
Um, I'm I've made a decision to stream so long as I have not lost this run. So I'm going to kill as many Thunderbirds in a row as I can before I die.
And then you're
My
gonna just leave the VC, or you're gonna stay on?
then I'll after that I'll probably call it a night because it is somewhat late.
After I finish this race, I'll try and do it then.
Okay.
Because 50 is offensive.
It's it is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but
I'm
if
gonna
you
have to
know
rebind some controls, but I think I could do it in... Maybe this is just me being cocky, but I feel like I could do it within 3 tries.
within 3 tries, I think you underestimate how hard doing it so many times and for so long is without making a mistake. I do think you're underestimating the difficulty, but it's definitely not like it's not horrible difficulty wise. Again, it's just consistency.
Okay. Can I tell you why I'm cocky?
Why?
The only person to ever use squibs, I want to say like pre-2020, which is, for my definitions, any very like small ship that has lots of thrust to be used as an accessory.
Hmm.
The only person to ever use those before me was OM. I'm not sure if you know who OM is. I don't know who a lot
I've
of the
heard
new
I've heard
people
the
know.
name. I've heard the name.
He was basically this guy who was the best, and I continue to say he's the best multiple ship pilot ever, and is completely unmatched. Like nobody is better than OM or has ever like gotten close. Um, I basically like went under his wing, and I started to like kind of learn how he did what he does,
Hmm.
and I started using squibs in Elam, and I am the reason why people fight over what squibs should be classified as.
Huh. That's interesting.
Because before me, there was no squibs in Elam.
Funny.
So
By
I
the
think
by the way, have
that
fun.
combined with my ability to just pilot ships regularly, like I consider myself a very good pilot. I think I could do it. Especially since it's only piloting the squib, it's not piloting another ship along with it.
Have fun dodging 15 minutes of EMPs and 124 rail volleys of max
How long
of
is how long would you say the usual run takes?
I've been able to get consistent kills within about 40 minutes of starting.
So it takes like an hour?
Um, for your first attempt, I would allocate an hour. The
Okay,
only,
I'll get an hour.
yeah.
You're gonna have to help me on how to set it up though.
Oh, if you for, do you mean like tech-wise.
Yeah, like how do you set it up? Do you use the battle helper? Is the battle helper a
Oh,
thing still? Okay, it
it
is.
is it is a thing. All I did was I just went to the ship library, I placed the built-in, I gave it AI normal, and I changed
Is
its
it
allegiance to player 2. No, I
is
changed
it
my
Imperium?
allegiance to player 2, but that's all I did.
What's the
I
ship
didn't
from?
actually use the battle helper. I rarely use the battle helper ever.
What faction is it?
Imperium. And if you sort by cost high, it'll be the fifth ship
I
counting
just typed in
left to
Thunderbird
right.
dog
Yeah. Okay,
for the search bar.
that's quite a bit faster.
And what's the other one called? Fanged Fighter?
Fanged
Is that even
Fighter,
in the
and
game
that
still?
is Fringe, and combat is the lowest cost ship in Fringe, except for like a couple, I think.
I just searched it again. Okay. Then you just set your what AI normal?
AI normal on Thunderbird.
Are you doing this in 1.5 or one times? Does it matter? Can I change
It
it to my
doesn't
own will?
change game speed as you like. I'm just playing in 1x because one, it's what I'm comfortable with, and two, it's the default speed of the game. I think like when Mung when I got kind of inspired to do these kinds of challenges, when Mungbean did Augustus with the Fanged Fighter, he did it in half X because that's PvP standard. But when I did it Augustus, I did it in 1x. I didn't do it in half, I did it in 1x.
What's your monitor's resolution?
1440p, so 2560
Okay.
by 1440.
Might be a little harder for me then, because it might be harder to see rail shots, especially since I'm on a VA panel.
Do you have fancy graphics on?
I do.
Okay, that alone should make it doable.
Okay.
Also,
My
if you
my gray to gray response time is really bad,
oh oh geez,
but it should be okay.
you'll probably be fine.
There's like really bad ghosting. I'll try and do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change my controls though for this.
personally, for my first Thunderbird win, it took me around 3 hours of attempts to do, but it was also because I also included the theory crafting that was required to build a strategy to actually win. But of course, you can just yoink my strategy, so it should be a little bit faster for you.
Or just dodge until he runs out of ammo.
Yeah, but there are a bunch of motions that you can do that make it a lot easier and more consistent. If you just kind of watch my stream, you'll see it happen. It's very repetitive, and it's pretty much
I
the
mean, it
same in
looks
each
like
and
you're
every
just
time.
dodging the EMPs. It's nothing too complex.
I'm just
Do the
kind
rails fire at the same time as EMPs? Is that an issue or is it just irrelevant because you're gonna dodge
um
them anyway when you do your normal EMP dodging?
I'm being quite careful to never get within the rails firing range. Like all I do is I get to the side so that the rails don't shoot at me, and that's all that's really required. Okay, I didn't pull all of the EMPs that time, but it's okay. I'll just do a little swagging. Little.
Whoa! View follows mouse cursor. That is not helpful.
I'm personally using face cursor with camera lock.
Yeah, I have the view follows the mouse cursor.
Oh,
Like,
oh wow.
yeah, very nausea-inducing.
But yeah, I think you have a good chance of picking this up pretty quick. It's just when you start getting to multiple wins in a row that it becomes difficult just from the sheer amount of times you're rolling the dice on whether or not you make a mistake.
Yeah, I don't have all night, but I will try and do it before midnight.
Yeah, go wild.
Face shift towards cursor. Do 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 do. Uh,
I must say the rail dodging is
is notably tougher than the EMPs. Like the EMPs are completely free. They're trivial,
Okay,
but
the view follows mouse cursor. Where is that? That is seriously so horrible. Okay, here it is. You said the rails are trivial compared to the EMPs?
no, the EMPs are trivial. The rails are they're not hard, but
I just run in a circle around the ship.
they're extremely failable. Well, good luck actually killing the ship if you just run around it in a circle without draining the ammo.
Well, that's what I'm doing when I run around a circle until. Oh, you mean. I get it. I learned. Okay, time to
Ooh,
win.
that's kind of a bad pattern. Ugh, I got hit.
Allegiance.
Okay, I'll be fine, probably. Hopefully.
Oh, I accidentally controlled the Thunderbird.
All right,
Already
that was
suboptimal. Are you
really
changing the crew at all in the Fanged Fighter?
no. I'm the only things that
Stock.
I'm it's just the stock Fanged Fighter. I'm not even adding like resource assignments to stop crew from going from one side of the ship to the other. I'm not adding any kind of that. The only things I'm doing are turning things on and off and changing fire modes. Those are the only modifications I'm making, if you can even call those modifications. Okay, I did a little bit of tactical weight saving, also known as failing the EMP dodge. So every single part of this fight is failable. You can and you can and will probably die to every part of the fight, except the very end.
Okay. Bad news.
Yeah,
Bad news for my ego. I lost.
lost. What
Yeah,
happened?
I got hit by an EMP.
Oh no.
But
Did you
it's
die?
okay. I just need to remember how to. Yeah, that's what I mean. I lost. I died. Did you die?
Did you die? Well, the thing is, I just got hit by a bunch of EMPs and I lived because I was far enough away that it didn't matter. But
Yeah, but I
because
said I lost, dog.
sometimes you can cheat death by just being far away. I
That ship
practically
is
cheated
really
death there.
fucking poorly built.
The lack of frontal structure is going to be interesting to in the final phase where I have
You know
to
who
like
made
kill.
this?
Who made what? The Fanged Fighter?
The Thunderbird. Fanged
Uh,
Fighter was like Walt a million years ago.
yeah, I think Vilda some really cool lore for the Fanged Fighter. You should check it out. But the who
Not
built
interested.
Thunderbird also Vilda.
Yeah, Vilda did it. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, no mean, no mean marks towards Vilda then. Vilda's cool.
we love Vilda.
It's a shame that Vilda was. It's a shame what happened to Vilda. I'll just say.
I would rather not bring such things up on. But for the record, I do agree.
On what?
On like no. Like on that is a shame.
Oh,
Just I don't like discussing it.
I get that. Restock all resources. I guess I'll just reset crew too. It doesn't matter.
Oh, oh, I got it. Oh,
Man, I wish I had
yeah,
a bigger
flip around.
monitor. I feel like this would be really easy if I had like a 4K TV or something.
I can definitely say the extra resolution helps. It's not a huge difference, but it is noticeable.
Have you tried doing it on a 1080p monitor just to see?
Uh, I've tried. It's really not that bad. The only reason I have not won in 1080p, like I tried to beat it on my side monitor. The only I got to like 119 out of 124 rail volleys, and then I just made a stupid mistake and I died.
That's lit.
Wasn't today though, it was a different day.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna do this in 1/2 speed for the time being until I get a little more comfortable with it.
Yeah, half speed. If you're coming from PvP, half speed's definitely going to be more comfortable. It does make it take longer, but having played a lot of career, I'm very used to 1x, even more so than half x at this point.
This, like, I don't like. I'm dodging the EMPs by a very wide margin, but I feel like this is just gonna be miserable.
The difficulty is not in any one action. It's not mechanically difficult at any point. It's the fact that it is a potentially hour-long fight. It would be double that if you're in half speed. Because to be clear, it's an hour, well, like 40 minutes to an hour at 1x speed. You can make it go faster in the end if you use higher game speeds while killing it, but I've made a decision that I'm not going to do that. I want to keep it in
How many
1x.
EMP volleys does it have?
I don't know the exact number. I have not bothered to count, but
Let me just make some nerd do the math for you.
yeah, it wouldn't be too hard to do the math, but I just have never gotten around to it. If I die, then I'll quickly calculate the how many
No, you
volleys it has.
ask somebody cool like Air or Stuff Photon or someone to do it.
It's literally the ore ratio times how much ore times whatever is in the cache.
No, but the fact is that you literally don't have to even
That's-
think about that if you just ask somebody to do it.
I find some level of satisfaction in doing it myself.
That's badass. Glad I'm not that way.
It's also why I don't use universal crew roles.
Oh, you don't use universal what?
Universal crew roles.
Ah, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of satisfaction from spending days hyper optimizing their crew just for it to make 0.0001% of a difference. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. There was like a ship. I'll say there was like 5 ship lengths between me and the EMPs. I don't know why I freaked out.
One cool trick that you can do is the tighter that you dodge the first EMPs in a volley, the easier it becomes to dodge the others because you can put more velocity on the EMPs. It makes it harder for them to turn. That's just a trick I've been using.
Do EMPs still do such little damage that it doesn't matter if you get hit by them?
Um,
I think last time I asked like Redstone about how much like actual effective damage they did, it was like 14.
they do more damage than that now, quite a bit more.
Okay.
Like they do 300 per. It's not a ton. It's not a problem. But if you're getting hit by like dozens of them, then yes, it will kill you eventually.
Oh, I'm turning off autosaving. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, the autosaves are kind of jarring. Ooh. Okay, I'm clearly just playing this wrong because I'm getting wrecked by the I'm getting wrecked by the things just not firing. It's just firing its thrust way longer than it needs to for no apparent reason. And it's backing itself out of range and making this whole process take longer. Okay,
I've gotten to the point of dodging between the EMPs, like within the volley.
nice. Is that the world border? No, it's just the AI being stupid. Right? Yeah, I think it's just the AI being dumb. Yeah, the AI is being a bit silly.
AI has never been particularly uh hard to beat.
Now, you still on
Although
the
the ships have gotten better, so at least that's changed.
the ships are significantly better constructed than they were. Oh my god. Please stop reversing so far for
I wish I
no
could like
reason.
upgrade the ship or something. I just want more speed.
You want more speed on the Fanged Fighter?
Yeah.
Wow, do you ever need more speed on the Fanged Fighter? It's perfect. It's perfect as is. It's the perfect ship.
Cosmeteer equivalent of like the Bidoof jokes from 2009.
God himself.
Not in a direct message.
I think I have a ping in the Cosmeteer server. Might be about my stream, I don't know. Yeah, actually doesn't look like it. Ugh. Okay, I'm getting a little bit too close for comfort here.
$64 bits. 32 bits. 16 bits. 8 bits. 4 bits.
Ah,
2 bits.
did this slate
Half
silly.
a bit. The wrist game.
How goes the Thunderbirding?
Extraordinarily boring.
I'll do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's like, I just am not sure why I'm doing this anymore.
That's the point of the challenge. How patient are you?
Um, Apparently not patient enough. I mean, just to give a here, well, if I'm talking historically and bragging about how good I am historically, I'll talk historically. Whenever Plaus would fight me in competitive Cosmeteer and why I do not play him is um partly because when he would play, he would use these like really annoying fucking ships where despite not winning with them, like even though he would run it and wait until the rod like closed all the way, and then he would lose in the rod, or like once it was closed all the way. What he would do is he would run away the whole game, even though it would change none of the outcome. And I just stopped playing with him because that's something that I don't want to play against. So historically, not a very patient guy. Not very good at the whole patience thing.
Well, this is one way to train it.
I mean, I don't think I want to train that though. Like, why would I train
Alternatively, you could play Terraria and beat the lunar pillars with the bee gun.
that? Playing Terraria, I think I would rather watch paint dry.
Why? Terraria is awesome.
Terraria, not fun at all. I've tried to play Terraria so many times with so many different groups, and so many times with so many different groups, it has just not been fun.
Well, learning in a multiplayer game is impossible. But yeah, personally,
I learned
I've
Cosmeteer.
only yeah,
I didn't
I
do that in single player mode.
just take it from someone who has attempted to teach someone in a multiplayer Terraria game how to play the game. It rarely ends well. Wally Bridge. Oh my. Series
Is it
is
Polybridge?
series is up to something insane again.
Siri, what are you up to?
Farewell party for all those mighty meteoroids that journeyed far. And here they are, burning up in Earth's atmosphere. It's the annual Perseid meteor shower.
That was lit.
Siri. Oh my god. What is this? What is the distance from the origin point of the map fucking with that, and the AI is like staying way too far away from me or something? It's trying to stay out of railgun range from me, and it is really annoying because it really is slowing down this phase of the fight a lot. It's massively slowing this down.
Siri,
Huh?
how do people commit tax fraud?
Fraud occurs when a person misrepresents their information to claim tax credits or deductions, intentionally fails to pay taxes due, fails to report all of their income, or intentionally fails to file their income tax return, among other deceptive acts. This answer is from brodennicholson.com.
That's interesting.
Well,
Hey Siri, is misrepresenting company credentials a felony?
Okay, found this on the web for, is misrepresenting company credentials a felony? Check it out.
He didn't give me a yes or no. It is a felony, falsifying company records. There's a very famous case that happened in the US very recently with falsified company records.
huh. Can't say I've been in the loop enough to know which one that is.
It's the president.
Oh, the
He's
the
got
or
like 34 counts of that same charge.
oh, that's what that was. Oh, okay. No, the
You
34
didn't you didn't
ones.
know what charge it was?
No, I didn't. I just didn't connect the dots.
Oh,
No, I watched all 34 of those things happen live.
that's lit.
It was we it was with my family. We were in the we were on the couch watching
The
the
hearing or
or is
whatever.
the hearing, yeah, the whatnot, and they just read off each of the things. Count number one, I don't remember what it was. Guilty. Count number two, guilty. Count number three, guilty. Like every
Yeah, 'cause
single one.
they have to read off each individual one because of I'm sure there was like some famous like Supreme Court case or whatever where some guy like didn't know what he got charged with or something. But kind of annoying to sit through.
Eh, it was really satisfying. That that I can admit that
Why is it
much.
satisfying? I wish he wasn't convicted. I wish he didn't do it. I wish our president wasn't a criminal.
Well, there's merit to saying that, but it also is making an example out of him.
I don't think that was an example that the American people needed.
It's just showing the guy is full of shit. Unfortunately, if he gets removed from office, then Vance is in charge, and Vance is actually capable of taking orders, whereas Trump is just kind of his own piece of trash. In any case, I may just mute the audio on the VOD because I don't know.
Oh, is this like
I'm streaming on my
a
YouTube
Twitch
channel.
thing? A YouTube thing. That's cool.
Yeah, I have 0 views, and there are no viewers that have joined at any point in this stream.
Do they tend to like make like viewership usually? Like,
Um, well, the thing is that I didn't announce this ahead of time at all. I didn't plan this. I didn't say anything about it until like right before I did it, so there was no way
hmm.
for anyone to know. If I'd
But on the ones that they do know, is it do they make viewership?
um Usually they
Or
do
is it
get.
only specific ones?
Usually they do pull viewers, yeah.
That's interesting.
Like the time that I streamed One Crew Career on my on my YouTube channel, that pulled a decent amount of viewership.
Yeah, I remember that one got pretty popular. I'm looking at his ammo. He's got more than like half his ammo left.
Are you dodging the rails or the EMPs?
Just the EMPs.
Ah, the rails are so much fun.
Are they faster to like run through?
Uh, I wouldn't say they're faster. They're just a little bit more exciting.
It takes the same amount of time to go through the EMPs as it does to go through the rails.
Um, I would say so, yeah. It's similar. I mean, the ship is designed to
I'm gonna
fire both
save
at the same
this
time.
game as dodging stuff for 40 minutes and then come back to it at a later date because I would much rather be playing Forza again.
I was waiting.
Have you played BeamNG? BeamNG Drive?
I have. I
Do you like
have.
it?
I love BeamNG Drive. I actually have a wheel rig somewhere in the basement that I used to use to play BeamNG. I might stream it at some point, but
How much
also,
was your wheel, and do you have a shifter too, or just a wheel?
uh, I do have a shifter.
Pedals?
I do have a shifter, but I don't usually hook it up. There are paddle shifters on the side. I never
Oh, okay.
really tried to learn to use the shifter. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
GG.
No!
It's over.
How much? Okay, I have to know. How much ammo? No!
That's
Oh
unlucky.
my god. I got so close to 3 kills in a row. Ah,
So you gotta do it again. You gotta start again. You gotta
shit.
start. You gotta do 1, 2, 3.
Uh, uh,
Get back to it.
mm, I don't
Or
know.
go to bed like you said you were gonna do.
I'm probably gonna at least end my YouTube stream. I
Gee,
might stick around and like play some career or something, but I've had enough of this for today.
you did good.
I don't like to play in like excessively long segments for this because it can very quickly get frustrating if you fail far into the challenge. But I can at least say that I beat it twice in a row.
So many ammo.
The the video where I beat it once actually is the most viewed video on my whole channel. It's
Is it the most viewed Cosmeteer video? I know that
no.
Plaus's video recently did really well.
My okay, for a bit of comparison, my Fanged Fighter versus Thunderbird video has 74 views.
Oh,
Plaus's video has like 23,000 or something.
how much is the Salif's one where he like beat some like really good ship with the Fang
It
Fighter?
was like 50,000 or something. Hi, Slokey.
Damn.
Okay, I'm probably gonna end
So slow.
my YouTube stream because I'm not gonna be doing this Fanged Fighter nonsense anymore. It was a good stream though. I admit that was impressive. I didn't think I was gonna get that far today. For the 0 people watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the stream and have a nice night.
What does that
Goodbye,
sound?
YouTube
The
stream.
0 people